Just say we are live at 9 p.m. All right, so I'm here to discuss certain real estate investment trusts that are very hot on the market. Ones that I'm highly considering buying actually right now. Welcome to Sunday Fun Day, as I am fighting off a pretty much seasonal allergies. I'm not really allergic to pollen, but holy shit, this is hitting me hard. And I really want to discuss with you guys some really good real estate investment trusts. You can chime in anytime. Some things that are really good to buy. One of my, some that are on my radar, some of them I own right now. First one I really want to discuss is Getty Realty Trust. This has a 4.83% dividend yield, and it owns a lot of convenience stores, gas stations, car washes, and automatic, like car washes. So this is right now sitting at $32.60 with a 4.83% dividend yield. It yields 39 cents per share. It's a quarterly dividend stock. It is high in demand, in my honest opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do want to discuss the stock because I think there is a ton of potential with this one. And this one I may add to my M1 Finance dividend portfolio. So the symbol is GTY, Getty Realty, sitting at $32.60. 4.83% dividend yield. Another stock that is real estate investment trust that is not yielding a dividend right now is Mgm Resorts. That's sitting at $42.77. That has jumped up big time. Could be related to entertainment issues, but I really think this is a very hot stock right now. So keep an eye on that. If you guys are new on here or just joined, make sure you make a comment so I can go back to my previous stocks that I discussed. I see 4 of you guys just jumped on. We're getting bigger and bigger. I'm fighting off a nasty seasonal allergies, which I'm not even allergic to, but I want to do this video anyway. So I'm pretty stuffed up, and this is for you guys. So this is why I'm doing it. Another one is Brandywine Realty. BDN is the symbol, is Brandywine Realty. So these guys have like office buildings, lab services, and such. They're pretty cheap right now. Last I checked, the PE was 8.24. The dividend yield was right around 5.16%. The per share, it's right around 0.19 or 19 cents. I will reveal to you how much it was. It was a little wishy-washy. I couldn't confirm the price. Sitting around $14.59. So that's not too bad as a dividend stock. Again, this one, it appears to be a lot in demand. This has office buildings, people are jumping in, lab services, so that's very attractive if you ask me. And these are places that are in demand. Lab services are very important. In office buildings, some people need to work, so they have meetings and everybody joins together, so I think that's very strong. So like I said before, GTY, Getty Realty, right now sitting at $32.60. That is a very hot dividend right now. Another dividend stock that I would like to reveal that I own is Physicians Realty Trust with 5.01% dividend yield, which is the symbol is DOC. I have done videos on this one. Again, this is a real estate investment trust that specializes in healthcare. So you are in pretty good shape when it comes to these type of rates because healthcare is in demand. If you notice, I'm wearing a Rampage shirt. So that is kind of a reference. You guys will laugh if you start commenting. I'll tell you the reference with this shirt. But that is a really hot real estate investment trust. Well, who's going to say no to Realty Income? I mean, Realty Income is a very good real estate investment trust. Very nice dividend yield. It has increased its dividend over time. It's right around 23 cents a price per share. I'm sorry, the yield is 23. No, the yield, I'm sorry. The distribution per share is right around 22 to 23%. Can't believe I'm even talking to you guys. I can barely even talk with my allergies. Came on here, I don't care. I mean, literally, this is for you, for you guys, and these seasonal allergies are killing me. Do any of you guys own Whitestone REIT? That is a monthly dividend stock that used to distribute a higher dividend, WSR. They're right in the Texas area, but they're looking at Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Texas, and Colorado. So that's one to look into. WSR is a symbol. So that's one to really look into. Very close. All right, I'll look into that. Amanda Hoffer Properties. I will look into that right now and give you again, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes, but that's one that I will look into right now. So right now it's sitting at $13.26, 4.83% dividend yield. Let's see what its dividend history. I need to know the portfolio, so I'm going to look into it real quick. So Amanda, I have to look at its portfolio. Amanda Hoffer Properties. I'm going to look into that one, to be honest. I've never heard of that one. This might be a decent one, honestly, with its portfolio. That's not. That might not be a decent one. What is its dividend history, which I will look at right now? It's a 4.41% dividend yield. It has increased its dividend. It decreased its dividend from 2020. 2021, it's 16 cents. In June, March, it was 15 cents. I would look into that one real quick. I mean, it seems like it has a decent portfolio. I would check the dividend history myself. If I invested big in something like that, I would probably hold on to it, fishing and picking. I really think that is something to hold on to for a while and see what the dividend history is, because you got it. I am assuming the fishing and picking. You got I saw nuts. It's going to be 16. So 6/29/2021. It's going to be 16. So a lot of you guys that joined on here, I am like literally with my allergies, they're like terrible. And I'm not even allergic to pollen, but man, it has killed me today. It's jumped up to 16 fishing and picking. So if I had that many shares, which first of all is a big deal, I would hold on to it and see what's happening. Again, we're all for compound interest. Again, I'm looking at it. It was 22 cents before the pandemic really started going crazy. And then it jumped down from 11 cents, 15 cents, 16. I would hold on to it. If I had that amount of money, I'd probably buy more. But that looks very attractive right now. So very good choice, honestly. How much did you buy it at, fishing and picking? That's my big question to you. What did you get at the price? Did you hit it during the pandemic when it hit rock bottom, or what price did you buy it? Is a big question. You got it under $9. I think that is a deal. I think that is a deal and a steal. I mean, when I got Carnival, when it was very cheap, I really put I got a deal on it. I literally got a deal on it. And for what you got, I myself, I tell you personally, from my standpoint, again, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, entertainment purposes, but I would hold on to it and just keep on getting those dividends. They're going to increase their dividends. They hit rock bottom. You capitalize on a good opportunity. And I was just in a Twitter chat with a bunch of people with discussing like financial times when rates take a huge hit. Rates or the financial sector, those are ones that you need to capitalize on. And I think you really did capitalize on it. Me, myself personally, I'd probably hold on to it and just keep on going. Hey, you were so smart with the way you capitalized in the pandemic. You got the entertainment, okay? I still consider that as an entertainment stock, Carnival. You got the real estate sector, which is way down. You capitalized on that one. And I don't know if you went after any financial banks or financial sector, but you went after those ones, which is huge. And, kudos to you, because eventually Carnival will start distributing a dividend again. And I took like Sudafed, it's still not helping me. That's pretty sad. I mean, I tried Claritin, Sudafed didn't help. I don't know what to do with being so stuffy. So I was going to tell you something funny with this shirt. There was a girl that used to live in my complex. She couldn't handle her liquor, and we referred to her as Reptar when she started to drink, and she was out of control. So, it's kind of, the Rampage kind of reminds me of her, so I had to buy the shirt at Walmart. But what about NHI, National Health Investors? That's at $66.44. A yield of 6.46%. PE ratio, I think it was right around 18. And a quarterly dividend of 1.102. Who's going to say no to that? I mean, that's one that, like I said in my previous videos, that is one I really capitalized on. I think you really capitalized on AHH. I mean, you excuse me. God, I'm choking on water. You could capitalize on it or sell it, but I myself, I'd be riding those dividends because, again, the rules of real estate investment trust, 90% of what they earn has to go back to investors, or they have to pay a penalty. So, me personally, I would probably I would hold on to it and just reinvest the dividends. Oh my gosh, 13.74 shares. Let me just calculate that real quick. How much you would make? Let's just say 16 cents. That's going to be the next dividend yield. I'm going to calculate this one more time. So wait a second. Let's just look at this one more time. I'm calculating this one more time. 1374 times 0.16. So you're telling me that you're going to sell something that makes $219.84, a quarterly dividend that makes that, and you can buy a crap load of shares, more shares with AAH, and you're going to tell me that you're going to sell that? Is that what you're telling me? I want you to calculate AHH, okay? How many shares you have times 0.16. I think that's a deal. Dude, you got yourself a deal. That's my honest opinion. I want to hear your response after this. So if you guys just jumped on here, please comment. I mentioned about GTY, Getty Realty. I'll write these down, stocks I mentioned already. It's nice, but not realty income nice. Of course, it's not realty income nice. But again, don't forget with real estate investment trusts, they usually increase their dividend over time because with appreciation, they got to hook you up. So, my gosh, with that deal that you got, that is, I mean, that's just going to go up. I mean, just calculate it with 17 cents. That's going to go right back up. It probably will because of the pandemic. That is a huge deal. Okay. Oh, Nate died. Sorry. So that's a deal, man. Man, if you would have posted that in my comment section a long time ago, I probably would have bought that under $9. Absolutely. I'm looking at their portfolio. That is a huge steal, honestly. Sure, it's not realty income, but it's still going to go back up. I mean, that is a beautiful price. That is a beautiful steal. Dude, how do you, for me, looking at what you did, first of all, guys, if you are new on here, Fish and Pick'em got a stock, okay, that was right around $9 a share. This is what I talk about with strike money or steal. He owns 13.74 shares. Oh, I saw that weekly dividend. It's TGIF. I saw that one. I think that's what itself. I don't think the yield's too high. John, is that what you were referring to? And John, by the way, with that dividend freeze, I did make sure that I corrected the comment section. I should have added before why I'm still buying it despite the potential dividend cut. So I'm glad you made a comment on that earlier because that was very important. Because the thing with VTRS with Pfizer, ABM, RQI. All right, what do we got with RQI? What do we got here? RQI stock. All right, so right now it's Cohen and Steelers. I've seen this one before. The Realty Fund, Cohen and Steers. I have seen this before. Before I even make a call. Well, here's the thing, okay. This is a monthly dividend. Cohen and Steers Quality Income Realty Fund, common shares. I don't see any dividend increase in a long time. So, I like the monthly dividend stocks. ABM, I have seen stocks like that. Like RA Brookfield Real Assets Income Fund. It's a few dollars more. Sure, there's a dividend yield that's higher. I don't know if it's sustainable yet, but there is a high expense ratio with Brookfield Real Assets Income Fund. I don't know. 8 cents why don't you just buy Gain? I mean, Gain is it's there, but Gain will increase its dividend history at least because it's a business development company. I don't know about RTY, to be honest with you. Clonin, what's up? I was just telling you guys, man, I am literally, you guys are asking me, why do I wear a Rampage shirt before? I'll tell you, to be honest, there's a girl that used to live in our complex, and she couldn't handle her liquor. So if you guys ever watched Rugrats, she would turn into Reptar when she drank. So I would always joke around, and I saw this Rampage shirt. I used to play the video game Rampage back in the day, and it kind of reminds me of her right in that middle picture. So I think I got about like 20 or 30 messages on Instagram about that. McClellan, I was discussing GTY, Getty Realty Trust. Gosh, these allergies are terrible. Mgm Resorts, they have not yielded a dividend. EPR Properties, which is not yielding a dividend. I own EPR. I am long on EPR. BDN, Brandywine Realty. I tell you what, fishing and picking, that guy deserves a ton of props. This guy got a real estate investment trust at $9 a share. He owns over, I'm just reading this, 1,374 shares of a very good real estate investment trust that is somewhat diversified, and they're going back to increasing their dividend. That is a steal. I have to give that guy props, major props for that one. Monthly dividend stock, Whitestone rate. This one was way down. It was a monthly dividend stock. People, it really hasn't increased its dividend over time. It's a monthly dividend stock. I like it better than AGNC because it's actually increasing its dividend before the pandemic hit. But they're talking about expanding to Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Colorado. So that is promising as a real estate investment trust that really likes to promise a monthly dividend yield. So that's one to really I'm going to look into that one. That one is on my radar for sure. Like I said, NHI, OHI, DOC, I'm still going to post videos on those guys. But Getty Realty, I really like as well. This pollen is killing me, man. Yeah. Took Claritin, I took Sudafed, nothing's helping. Crazy. Dude, I was laying out outside and this pollen's literally hitting you right in the eye, laying out in the pool. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I apologize. Hopefully in like 2 or 3 days I'll be 100% doing videos. And do you guys like the new mic that I have right here? I have it right here. The voice sounds a lot better. But I really like new changes I made. Let me know what you think of the new mic that I have. I'm still going to look into Stag. I like Stag. I like LTC properties. I really need to change a percentage of my M1 Finance dividend portfolio. Stag is a good one. LTC. Oh, dude, I own ABR. I will confirm with you how much I own. I can go on my E-Trade account. ABR, the M rate compared to AGNC, EPR is actually a way better business model, in my opinion, than AGNC. Those two, comparing them, they're way better. I like ABR. It's a quarterly dividend stock. I will double check how much I own, but I know I just bought some new shares. But absolutely EPR. I will stand by that. I will stand by that until I flip everything and get the dividends. I'm going to check how many shares I own EPR right now. Oh, I'm sorry, not EPR, ABR. Absolutely. I am all about ABR. Got them way down. I mean, it was a deal. Let's see, how many shares do I own? My EPR, let's see. I'll look at EXR too in a second. How many shares do I own? I own 50 shares of ABR, absolutely. Going to reinvest that and keep on going. Again, during the pandemic, I really capitalized on the dip, and a lot of you guys that are on here capitalize on the dip with real estate investment trusts. I think that was a very smart move. Seems like during the pandemic or during a recession or something catastrophic, the rates just take a nosedive. You guys just strike it in there. I love it. EXR. I've seen extra space storage. I've heard very positive things. John, if you own shares in that, you got that dip, I'd have to brush your shoulder real quick. It's sitting at 96.25. I did post that, and it was also, what's that other guy's name? The Dividend Cultivator also did post something about ABR and AGNC. I think that was Dividend Cultivator, a guy that I have followed on Twitter. Yes, that's probably where it's came from. God, this pollen's terrible. This pollen is terrible. You have no idea. I thought I would overcome this. No, I think extra space storage is a really good one. It's pretty expensive for, gosh, I can't afford that. That's a really good stock. Sitting at $154.17. Yeah, that's a steal. If you can afford that for your dividend portfolio, who's going to say no to that? I mean, you'd be that is as I always say, a unicorn stock. You could throw that in a traditional or Roth IRA. That's just going to get bigger. Who knows? It'll split its stock in the future. There's a lot of potential with that real estate investment trust. I think that was a good move on your part. If you purchase that one, I like it. I like the portfolio. I like the history of it. I like the price per share just jumping up like crazy. Unbelievable. I think that's a huge steal if you could capitalize on that. That is gold. That is a huge move. So yes, I like that stock. Do I own it? No. Is it on my radar? Maybe traditional Roth IRA. Yes, I would do that. That is a good one. But I'm still, these ones, John, I know you're back on here. You kind of just jumped on. GTY and BBN. These are two ones that I just looked into. I woke up this morning. Apartments, they're way down. Unfortunately, I can tell you a tragic story about my investments strategy that I did with Rich Uncles with the bricks rate. I lost about $5,000. Not a big deal because I'm well diversified, but apartments, those rates are pretty strong. Excuse me, but those rates are pretty strong too. They're recovering. They're making a strong rebound. Absolutely. Now, if you're discussing owning apartments, I don't have time to go there and fix apartments. That's why I invest in Fundrise. Fundrise, does the job for me. I do have to pay a small fee, but I know people that invested in Fundrise and have clicked my referral link, and I don't have to pay anything as of right now. But apartments, I think they're in good shape because, my gosh, I mean, people are asking me, why aren't you buying a house? I'm like, I'll get outbid by $50,000 right now. There's no way I could buy a house right now. People would outbid me in 5 seconds. Excuse me. Oh, sound like General Grievous, all lungs torn up. But yeah, apartment rates are actually pretty strong. Ones that are a lot bigger than. I looked at that one. I looked at ACC a long time ago. I think there's potential with that. Kids are going to go back to school. People are taking the vaccine. I do believe that herd immunity is pretty much now, although I sound like I probably have COVID, even though I don't. What part of the country am I in? I'm in Northeast Ohio, about 20 miles east of Cleveland. So there's all these cotton trees where I'm laying at, and literally there's pollen thrown in my face, and I'm laying at the complex. Not very attractive when you're hitting on a woman and you're like hacking and stuff. They probably think you have COVID or something. but no, it every June. This stuff hits me a little bit with this weather. Preferred apartment company. I mean, do you have a symbol? I mean, if you have a symbol, I mean, I can tell you if I see something. I mean, you guys got to understand, if you look in rates, you got to think of 5 things. I'm going to be honest with you. Is it in demand? Are people going to need it? Like, people need okay, there's spaces. Abbvie Realty Corporation. Yeah, I know it is, isn't it? And I'm telling you, I'm being frugal as can be with nurse practitioner school. You know what? You guys are gonna laugh. They asked me, somebody I work with. They go, "Well, what'd you get about your integumentary, skin or ophthalmic exam that you just took?" I did pretty well on it. They go, "So what'd you get out of it? And what was your take on it?" I looked at them. I go, "Don't get an STD. Literally don't get an STD because the medications you take to knock that stuff out is not good." And somebody was actually trying to tell me that Medical Properties Trust, MPW, was not going to be very hot, and things aren't looking very good. Medical Properties, this is my argument. Again, this is not financial advice. Unfortunately, mental health is way too high right now, and beds are flowing like crazy. I mean, I don't want to try to sound political or religious, but unfortunately, the value of the family has gone down, and people are not raising their kids properly. I mean, my gosh, all you guys are listening right now, you guys want yourselves to do better. Everybody's a heavy hitter in here. I mean, everybody wants to do well, to learn, to integrate, to mesh, or learn. You guys are making comments. I've heard of stocks. There's stocks I never even heard of that you guys are mentioning, and unfortunately, there's people that don't want to improve themselves. I mean, I can't even tell you how many people I work with that don't even put money in a 401k or a 403b. It's like, what is wrong with you? People just don't understand nowadays, or Roth or traditional IRA. I was also going to mention, with ETF wise, things are just afraid now. Well, by the way, John, I know you were mentioning about your Roth IRA. Do you have VNQ? Yes, I am a registered nurse, fish and picking. I've been a registered nurse since 2014. Made a career change. I'm in nurse practitioner school right now. But John, Do you own VNQ, the ETF that Vanguard owns? Okay. I consider to put that in my Roth IRA and M1 Finance, like have a fractional share portfolio. I was going to maybe have VTI, VOO, VNQ on the side, BGT. Write this down, guys. BGT. This is a good one that I like. Is an ETF. Vanguard Technology. That is, I know that's a little off track, but that is a very good ETF for you if you have a Roth IRA. I'm very attracted to that one. I can tell you I'm probably going to put money in that once I get a Roth IRA. So VNQ, everybody tries to beat or compare themselves to. I know Fundrise tries to compare themselves to VNQ. And again, if you guys just joined on here, fishing, picking, oh my gosh, what a steal for this stock that he got. It is AHH. He owns 1374 shares, got it under $9. Okay, it's increasing its dividends, coming back to normal. So that's one thing. MGK. Gosh, you're not the first person to ask me of that. Oh, killing me. Yeah, the Vanguard Mega Growth Fund ETF. That's a good one. That I like that one. But these stocks, okay, the rival that I want to discuss, I've been waiting to say this to you guys. There is a rival, okay, to Realty Income Corporation. That is ADC, Agree Realty Corporation. For the first time, I never thought that O had a rival. ADC. I'm going to just make sure I got that correctly. First of all, the board of directors made a decision to change themselves to a monthly dividend stock. Second of all, which makes them attractive, is their price per share is $71.59. For a stock with a Roth IRA, price per share, it is good. The dividend yield of 3.64%. I have that in my M1 Finance dividend portfolio. I do believe that is a very strong rival to Realty Income, just with their portfolio and their strategy. I'm amazed at how these guys made the call. I think the two stocks that really ceased to amaze me, that made changes, that adapted. The first one was Agree Realty Corporation. They're a quarterly dividend stock. They changed themselves to a monthly dividend stock, which I find amazing. The other one is eBay. The board of directors made the call to change them to a quarterly dividend stock. Now, I don't know if Amazon is going to do that, but what eBay did, people are actually buying eBay for the dividends because it is increasing its dividends over time. It's not very strong. I mean, I like the 3 to 5% dividend yield range, but it was very attractive as a stock with Agree Realty Corporation. So I sold a lot of Brookfield Real Assets Income Fund, threw it into ADC, and then I just rebought Brookfield Real Assets Income Fund. So it's just very interesting with the changes. I was in a big Twitter chat with people that are high rollers, investors, like way higher than me. I mean, I mentioned ADC, and everybody just stopped, looked at their phones. I mean, this is a force. I mean, I really do think it's a force to be reckoned with. It's a little too pricey, but holy moly, its portfolio. If you go look at Abbvie Realty Corporation, I'll post their link real quick on here real quick. But I like their portfolio. I'm very amazed at how strong they are. That's the link right there. Abbvie Realty Corporation, very strong monthly dividend stock, very strong portfolio to keep up with realty income. Price per share, I think it might be more than realty income right now. It's a little bit more. Realty income does have a better dividend yield than Abbvie Realty Corporation, but still, I mean, Abbvie is like $1 more, and it's still doing very strong compared to realty income, just because of the yield's a little bit higher. I'm just very impressed. I know realty income has probably more tenants and people are paying more rent, but Abbvie Realty Corporation is, I would say, a very strong competitor to realty income. I was just wondering what you guys think. All right, so I just got the confirmation from Ian, PPIN. I just was Twitter commenting from him. I told him, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you know about this dividend cut? They are not dividend cutting their stock. Pfizer is not dividend cutting their stock. So I'm glad that he verified that on here. I think my video that I post tomorrow, I will confirm what the link that he said, and I will give him kudos. Pfizer is not cutting their dividend. It appears that they are not going to. So that's something very promising. A lot of these rates, okay, what I want to emphasize with you guys, the healthcare rates are pretty strong right now, and they're getting beds like crazy. They're filling in pretty quick. Yeah, John, can I post that? I don't know if I can post that from here. I'll have to do it. Geez. It appears, again, don't quote me on this. I'm also pleased with our recent announcement. We will maintain our dividend for second quarter 2021 at current level, even if the Beatrice, is that how you say it, begins its dividend. This will make 2021 the 12th year in a row the dividend increase. I remain confident in Pfizer's ability to continue to deliver our commitments to our patients and our shareholders in 2021 and beyond. So there was a possibility of the dividend cut. I was aware of it. It wasn't completely confirmed. So, excuse me. Ugh. And I held back. I seriously feel like I'm, Revis talking and coughing. Look at my eyes. They're like so glossy. They're terrible. Oh, terrible. Unbelievable. So, I'm going to just sum up a few things. GTY, Getty Realty, Mgm Resorts, so the other thing I want to emphasize with you guys, I don't want to get off topic with the REITs, but with Pfizer, I do numerous videos with Pfizer. A lot of medications that they carry, beta blockers, statins. Like I said, I was very disturbed after listening to my lecture in school. The rise of hypertension. They have some pretty heavy hitters with beta blockers. Well, Beta-All is a heavy hitter with beta blockers. Not sure if they distribute it orally, but IV for sure, they distribute that. And, their statins are very good. You guys got to think, when you look at stocks, okay, my philosophy, I tell people in Twitter chats or wherever I'm in and Discord, all these videos are free for you guys. I do this for you guys. I really think, I don't believe in charging people. That's ridiculous. Maybe I'll refer a friend's link or Gumroad, which I need to figure out what to do with that. But, all this stuff is free for you guys. And when I post videos, I provide rationales as to why I buy stocks. Medical is not the healthcare field. The demand for the healthcare field is getting higher. People are getting sicker. The mentality, I was literally just telling somebody at the pool, the mentality for complacency. Yeah, they are. They're good. They're good. The mentality for the complacency of people not wanting to improve themselves or their health it's not very impressive. And people are getting sicker and sicker, so these medications are in demand and things that Pfizer sells, blood pressure meds, thiazide diuretics, ACE inhibitors that help people with ejection fractions, have terrible ejection fractions. I know ACE inhibitors aren't the best for African Americans. I know that calcium channel blockers are a little bit more effective than ACE inhibitors, but they got medications, beta blockers. You get MI or cardiac ischemia right away, or cardiac damage. You need a beta blocker. Guess what? Pfizer covers that. You got, some of these, like, people went after me and they said I didn't know what I was talking about, but medical properties trust, LTC properties. Those are like, they have facilities for people who get strokes or aren't very good and or aren't in the best shape, and they send them to an acute rehab facility. So that's the one thing that I really want to emphasize with a lot of these REITs, are that people they're not getting healthier, and the demand for healthcare rates is higher than you would think. Versus, the NNN rate and all this. I mean, the healthcare ain't going anywhere. People are just getting sicker. I mean, it's sad. I mean, the rise of diabetes, the rise of hypertension, it's the healthcare rates, DOC, NHI, OHI, well, they're going to be in higher demand. Look, Teresa, it's so bad where I'm at that there's a waiting list. There's a waiting list for people to get in hospitals. And even worse, somebody tried to attack me with MPW. Do you realize how bad mental health is? Trying to get beds. It's terrible. Speaking of health, sound like I'm dying here. No, this is not vodka either. Allergy is terrible. But this is not vodka. This is water. So I'm just letting you guys know. God, I'm like choking on water. How embarrassing. The name Darth Dividend, I'm choking on water. That's terrible. But yes, homeless are suffering. It's sad. It really is. Those are people that need help. Look, I mean, I posted videos, NHI, OHI. I mean, holy crap, those stocks are in demand. I mean, those are really good. DOC, those three are killing it. Dividend yield NHI right at $1.01. Excuse me, 1.102 per dividend. I'm sorry, for per share, 1.0102 per share. God, it sounds terrible. This is embarrassing. But I needed to wing it with this video. I didn't want to hold back and do anything. I'm just, hopefully tomorrow when I do a video. Do you guys like this new mic? I mean, things are sound a lot better when I do videos. It's not as scratchy or anything. I was going to mention that to you guys. I was just thinking, what do you guys think of these new videos that I have? Things aren't as scratchy anymore. I kind of sound different, maybe otherwise than these, in this seasonal allergy, but things are pretty good. But I mentioned EPR properties. Eventually, that stock's going to go back up, and they will start distributing a monthly dividend again. So that's one thing I really want to emphasize with you guys is the monthly dividend yield of EPR when it was down, and will return to distributing a monthly dividend. So that's one thing to look into. I got about 7 more minutes left before I shut down. Do you guys have any comments or questions about stocks, dividend stocks? How are your dividend stocks doing? Let Ian know real quick. All right, have a good one. Yeah, well, Iron Mountain, they just did a big cloud. They just are pretty much getting a big facility over at Great Britain. I did make a comment on that in the community section about the new acquisition that they're doing, and gosh, their dividend is nice. I just think they've really adapted to the changes. mean, is a rate, I'm going to just say this, is a rate. I know I put money in Rich Uncle's, which is a private rate. They didn't have that many buildings, which failed. Okay, I did lose probably around $4,000 to $6,000. I'll find out, but I was well diversified. I'm not too worried about the loss because the dividend portfolio is doing pretty strong and Fundrise is doing well. But really want to emphasize rates and how they're managed. Okay. And don't forget 90% by law, so they don't have to pay a penalty. 90% of rates, or say like you invest in, they have to distribute 90% back to the investors. And they only hold on to 10%. You can quote me if I'm wrong or correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what they have to do to classify themselves as a real estate investment trust and not pay a penalty. So it's very hard for a rate to really go down the tubes unless they are extremely small. Now, Whitestone Rate made it. They were small, but they still made it. Okay? Physicians Realty Trust is a little bit small. They still made it, and they're still distributing a dividend. Whitestone Rate is, like I said, a very small one, but they're still thinking about expanding to Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Colorado. That was a monthly dividend stock. They haven't increased their monthly dividend in a long time. They're down right now because of the pandemic, but they're still getting acquisitions. And when appreciation comes in, that's very attractive with the stocks. So I'm going to sum up a few more minutes with real estate investment trust. I'm very heavy into real estate investment trust. I think that, as a company, I think real estate is one of my highest portfolios that I'm going to have in my dividend portfolio. I think very strong of a lot of rates. They usually increase their dividends a lot faster than companies. If you're pharmaceutical or financial, that your chances are you're going to increase your dividend pretty quick. Financial, student loans, car payments, housing, loans. You're going to make money. People swiping credit cards, you're going to make money off of that. But the real estate sector is very special because when you put money in a real estate investment trust, you're having people actively manage that, okay? They're doing it for you. So you can just say, I own real estate, but I'm not doing all the effort for it. So that's what I did with Fundrise is I put money in Fundrise, let those guys do work for me. And yes, exactly. It's a good cash flow. It's good passive income. And I'm pretty sure, don't quote me if I'm wrong, don't you get a discount with rates, with taxes? I don't even want to talk about how much I had to pay in taxes. But rates are very special because you get a discount. And remember, they have to pay money back to investors or else they get penalized. So that's the thing about rates. So I want you guys to look into Abbvie Realty Corporation. Once I conclude this, do you suspect that they are a rival to Realty Income? They're right around the same price. Realty Income's dividend is a little bit higher, but Abbvie changed themselves to a monthly dividend stock. I want to know what you guys think of that because this is getting extremely interesting. This is a challenge. I own both of them. I have Abbvie Realty Corporation on my M1 Finance dividend portfolio and my E-Trade dividend portfolio. I have they look very strong. I'm very impressed with Abbvie Realty Corporation. Yes, O is very diversified as well. But I want to know what you guys think once I conclude this video. about Abbvie Realty Corporation. Would you consider them? Do you consider them a rival to O? Would you invest in them? Those are my 3 questions. So again, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. You guys have been fantastic on this channel. You guys, I got, I think, a total of 11 people late on night, Sunday fun day. I was struggling breathing literally with these allergies, and you guys have been very active on this channel. I'm going to continue to do more videos of these for you guys because I think, you know, things are exciting. I got this new mic for you guys right here, which I'm really, things are looking very strong with this channel. My voice is much better, not right now, obviously. My voice is much better from this microphone, and I will continue to do videos for you guys, stock and dividend analysis videos, because, ooh, that thing just fell. Because, I have it right in my hand. That's what you guys would like. That's what you guys want and demand, and I'll be glad to do that for you guys. So you guys take care and have a good one.